And the premise to it's very similar. I don't feel like I belong on red team or blue team. I don't feel like I really belong on the left-right spectrum. And more to the point, I have lots of friends I disagree with. I find it, I'm kind of mystified by the current political environment where we're all supposed to be locked in this Manichaean battle of cosmic forces of good and evil. And I assume I'm wrong about 20% of the stuff I currently believe. I just don't know what part. So I'm open. And I have lots of friends that I think are dead wrong but well-meaning. And I'm happy to be friends with them. And so I'm trying to create a space for people that emotionally resonate with that, where they're looking to have a fun, because it is a comedy show, or at least I do a lot of comedy in it, a fun space rather than a hate space or a bile space. I think a lot of the commentary is. Are we up to cut that? Should I?
No, we.
You take that. I'll just.
I think I have to put a $20 bill in the jar every time I leave my phone on during a podcast.
No worries. I've now had that happen many times. I think much of the commentary consists of regurgitating people's opinions back to them and reinforcing their opinion, and then adding a kind of moral self-righteousness to it. I am supremely uninterested in moral self-righteousness.
Yeah.
I am much more interested in kind of making an intellectual journey and exploring things. And the longer I do it, on my show in particular, and this was kind of inadvertent, but I find that I am way more interested in policy and heuristics than I am with who's right and who's wrong. Now, I care about that, clearly, and I have my opinions, and I get into them periodically, but I'm genuinely just more intellectually interested in how do progressives think versus conservatives versus libertarians. So I'm constantly exploring that, and I bring in a lot of political scientists to do that as well.
Yeah. But I think that process of figuring stuff out is the magic of human interaction. It's precisely what Hayek was talking about when he talked about the spontaneous order. And it's humble enough to know that you don't know very much stuff at all.
Yeah. And to hope that there is a marketplace of ideas in which being able to air them, the better ones will rise to the top.
Of course, and we all, and me as a libertarian, I'm somewhat doctrinaire. I think there's only one perfect libertarian, and that happens to be me.
Yeah.
And the joke about libertarians is we're not really comfortable until we've chased everyone else out of the room with our doctrinaire views. But this explaining this beautiful chaos of figuring stuff out and not knowing exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, but you have certain expectations, and you know about institutional constraints, and you have families and churches and neighborhoods, all of which sort of hold the world together while you plummet forward in this unknown future. That's a beautiful thing. And the alternative to that, of course, is some politician promising that they're going to make your life better.